and welcome to Simple Spirituality PH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall light worker. And before we dive into today's video, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there or over there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now of course, here are the details. Now, every Tuesday on my Instagram at SimpleSpiritualityPH is free health Reiki Tuesdays. So that's at SimpleSpiritualityPH on Instagram. Now, health Reiki, you just need to send in your photo, either your photo or your complete name and birth date, and we'll send health Reiki to you. Now, this is not an alternative to any medical healing or any medicine, any medicinal practice, but it will help you in terms of your energetic body. All right. So if you or anyone you know would like to have health Reiki done, head over to at SimpleSpiritualityPH on Tuesdays, and that's for free. We'll send health Reiki for free. Now, every Wednesdays is one question, one card reading is 50% off. All right. So every Tuesday, free health Reiki, every Wednesday, 50% off on our one question, one card reading. Now, I also have a donation button down below if there is anyone who would like to donate, and there have been some people who have donated. Thank you so much. You don't need to donate, but if you want to tip me as well, you like what you watch on my channel, that is the only avenue to do so. All right, there's no other avenue to do that. All right. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone who have donated thus far, or everyone who has rather donated thus far. If you have donated to me, I will automatically enter you in a contest. So for every month this year of 2024, everyone who has donated is in the running to receive a free, like a fully complete in-depth tarot reading from me via email. All right, I will just notify the winner via DMs or personal message. What do you call it nowadays? I'll just message the person that they won. All right, so that's pretty cool. Now finally on to the video. Now, as you can see from the title, I do have a little bit of a vlog update, not just the reading itself, but a vlog update as well. I can't get my hair to cooperate, you guys, and I also have a pimple because the weather here in the Philippines is so weird and the orientation is weird, but we're rolling with it. So anyways, this is half a vlog and half a reading. You can just skip to the reading if you want. You don't necessarily have to watch the vlog if you want, or you can just watch the vlog, or you can watch both. So it's always up to you. So anyways, for the vlog part, just a couple of updates. I have been doing my internship. Technically it's an externship because I'm already done with my internship, right? So I'm doing an externship right now for culinary. I'm in the pastry department. For my internship in the past, I did majority of it in the hot kitchen. So I wanted to do like half and half hot kitchen for my internship, and then for my externship, they did put me in the pastry department, and I did choose the pastry department. So that's pretty cool. It's about to end actually, my externship, and I can't believe time has gone by that fast, to be honest, because it's a 400-hour externship, and I didn't think that 400 hours is a long time. Now, just a disclaimer, my hair is going to be all over the place in this video. It's like 1,000,000 degrees out here in the Philippines. I think we're going to reach around 57 degrees. We're supposedly this summer, so it's really hot, and I don't know, like, the stuff that it does to my hair is unexplainable. But anyways, yeah, so I'm finishing up my externship. I did have an internship in the past in cuisine in the hot kitchen, but I actually actively chose to be in the pastry department for my externship because I wanted a balance. So I want to excel in both cuisine and in pastry. So, and they also did put me in pastry, like my externship. So that's pretty cool. Afterwards, I don't know what's next. Like, I have so many things that I want to do. I want to have my own catering business, but I also want my own restaurant, but I also want to be employed. So there are so many options for me to choose from in terms of the cooking field. Those are really my passions, you know? So at this moment, my externship is just about to end and I'm still unemployed. Hopefully, I can be gainfully employed by whether by myself or I don't mind working like being employed, you know, like because it's my passion. So it's all right. It's all good. So I also want to take this time to say that again, anyone who has donated thus far to me, and everyone who has had a tarot reading with me, and who has had a Reiki healing session with me, and everyone who also has ordered my food and enjoyed it, enjoyed the reading, enjoyed my food, enjoyed my Reiki session, you know, like everyone who has benefited from that and who has purchased that service from me, thank you so much, because that's actually my only job right now. Those, my freelance items, are my only jobs right now. And I love them because they are my passions, but they do help a lot in terms of the financial situation with me. And another thing that I wanted to say, now this is not to entice you to order from me, okay? But if you do, I mean, you can enjoy anyone's food, you know? I have my own business called Casino Cult, so I cook and then I deliver food, right? So basically it's home cooked meals. And my brainchild, home cooked meals, you know, like I do my experiments there. I do like anything that I want to cook, I will cook and I will put it up for sale. You know, I will offer it to people because I cook very well. And that is my passion, one of my passions, right? And so whenever I cook and I deliver food, you know, whenever someone orders, I actually employ the help of our stay out helper. Our stay out helper, she has 2 kids. She's a single mom. So I'm actually very happy to report that every time you order from me, every time you order food from me, a portion of that money, it doesn't just go to me. A portion of that money also goes to our stay out helper. I make sure that she gets her share. And I'm happy because I'm able to help her. I don't have much to give to her. Like I don't have much finances, like money to give to her, but whatever I can and whatever she's due, you know, whatever she deserves, the money that she deserves, I make sure to pay for it. And that's extra for her. And at the same time, I also give her some extra food, like anything that is not ordered by people. I make sure to give it to her and her children so that they have like a nice home cooked meal every time I do cook. So thank you very much. Again, I'm not like, this is not for you to say, oh, let's order from her because she does this, she does that. You know, if you want to enjoy my food, go ahead. I'm just letting y'all know that that's what happens to your money. It doesn't just go to me, it also goes to our helper. For the tarot readings and the Reiki healing sessions, yes, all of that goes to me because I did work hard on it. I studied it. I got my attunements, all 3 attunements for Reiki. So yes, I mean, that is something that goes to me directly. So thank you very much as well. You guys are keeping me afloat. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, helicopter. Hold on. Now, for my body journey thus far, since I started, my heaviest weight was, I will reveal it. It's 108. It was 182 pounds, right? Now I'm 155 pounds. So I think that's 27 pounds all in all. I have lost so much weight, but I'm actually still not at the goal that I want. Like I'm not at my healthiest just yet. I do eat healthily, but I have experienced so many setbacks and I was so frustrated about it. Like super duper frustrated about it, but I'm still keeping on. Like I'm still going. I have a goal of like, my dream goal now that I'm turning 35. I'm turning 35 in a couple of weeks. My dream goal is to have the body that I want shape-wise, right? I have an hourglass figure and I want to enhance that. I want that to pop. And the second one is to be healthy, like inside as well. Not just looking healthy, but feeling healthy and knowing that I'm healthy. Like I want my executive checkup to be sparkling clean and be like, this is the most perfect executive checkup results we've ever had. Like I want the doctor to tell me that. Basically, like, everything's normal, everything's perfect. Not just normal, everything is perfect. So that is one of my goals. So I'm going to actively manifest that for my birthday present for this year. In terms of manifestation, that is what I want to manifest. So yeah, and well, apart from that, apart from great health, I also want to manifest good money, you know, happy money, as Ken Honda says, money that makes you happy and will make others happy as well. And I also want to manifest a light stick, a BTS light stick, because I don't have a light stick yet. I just realized, like, my friends and I watched D-Day on the screen, like in the movie house, and I was the only one who didn't have a light stick, and I'm like, damn, I need a light stick. So I'm manifesting that as well. So yeah, those are the top 3 things that that I think I'm going to update you guys on. Another thing that I want to manifest, I don't have a Jimin photo card just yet. I have all of them. You know, I thought I had all of them. I have everyone. I have Suga, I have RM. RM is, my photo card of RM is even holographic. So I have RM, I have Suga, I have I have lots of Jungkook, which I love. I have lots of Jin, which I love. I have one of J-Hope, I have one of V, and then I thought I had completed them, but then I realized, where's Jimin? It's incomplete. So that's another thing that I'm going to manifest. A nice photo card, like a really good photo card of Jimin, so I have the whole gang together there. Anyways, now that my update is done, let's go to the video. So today we're going to be reading the energy of the friendship of Jungkook and Jin, you know? This is actually a request, and I'm pretty surprised that nobody has requested it thus far, actually. So today we're going to do that, and we're going to be using the Wandering Star Tarot, and this is the card that came out. Like, I just shuffled it and pulled it out like this. It is the 9 of Cups, correct? Yes, it's the 9 of Cups in reverse. There are writings here, so let me just read the writings to you. It says happiness, vitality, optimism, joy. Vitality, optimism, joy, happiness. Okay, so it just goes round and round. Happiness, vitality, optimism, joy. Just goes round and round like that. So this is what it looks like upright, and this is what it looks like in reverse. This is by Cat Pierce, by the way. I have an unboxing of this. I bought this in New York in Union Square. And Cat Pierce, if I'm not mistaken, is also a musician. So she's not just a tarot reader. She's not just she did not just create this deck. She's also a musician. So it's very apt. So 9 of Cups in reverse. Now, what do we see? So I'm sure it comes as no surprise to you that Jin is, well, that Jungkook is actually Jin's baby. He is, Jungkook, I mean. Jungkook is kind of like where all of Jin's attention goes. He feels that, for Jin particularly, what I'm reading from this card is that he feels that Jungkook is the one who really appreciates his energy. And that's a very special thing. There are some people in general who we pour our energies on, and sometimes we feel that it's fallen on deaf ears. You know, what we say is fallen on deaf ears. All our appreciation has been, well, not been appreciated, right? Or it just doesn't mean anything to them. There are some things like that. There are some people, some situations where it does feel like that. But in this situation, it does feel that Jin, he feels that his attention is most appreciated by Jungkook, you know? He feels that all of his physical affection is mostly appreciated by Jungkook. He feels that a lot of his energy is appreciated by Jungkook, and he feels that this is someone he can really mentor. Like, he is, it feels like he's a real brother. I mean, not that they're not real brothers, you know, but it feels to me, like, from this card, it feels to me that Jin feels like Jungkook is his real biological brother. Like, they were born with the same parents type thing. That kind of close. That's how he feels about Jungkook. And with Jungkook, it feels like he's very safe in Jin's arms. It's almost like Jungkook feels like Jin is his safety blanket, or is like his comforter, his comfort blanket of sorts. Like, Jungkook is not afraid to express himself with Jin. He's not afraid to go overboard with Jin. Jungkook respects Jin so much. But this kind of respect isn't just because he's the eldest, you know? This kind of respect stems from, okay, you listen to me. You appreciate me as well. I mean, I appreciate you, but you appreciate me as well. And we listen to each other and we're open to each other. And so I respect you so much for understanding me. I respect you so much for listening to me. I respect you so much for wanting to teach me your ways. I respect you so much for watching out for me. And I respect you so much for protecting me whenever I feel the need to be protected, you know? It feels like that. And for Jin, it feels also that he enjoys watching Jungkook grow into his own person. It feels like there's a lot of Jin inside Jungkook, you know? A lot of his personality traits are in Jungkook. Of course, the only thing that we see is what we see on camera, right? Like, we're not with them 24/7, so we don't know all of the traits which have been passed down to Jungkook since he's the youngest. That's the tendency. If you are the youngest, you will be the mix of everyone in the group. That's just how it goes, you know? I mean, if you go to other boy bands as well, if you go to other K-pop artists as well, SHINee, for example, if you look at Taemin, he's a mix of all of them. All three of them, you know? Wait, yes, all three of them. Wait, no, there's Jonghyun, Minho, Ki, Onyu. Four. All four of them, right? They are, when you look at Taemin, they're the mix of all four of them. And it's the same thing with Jungkook. It's the same thing with any person who is the youngest in any group. You will most likely be the mix of all of the members' personalities. But for Jin particularly, and Jungkook, it feels like Jungkook has a lot of Jin's knowledge passed down to him. I mean, just look at how Jungkook lives, actually. Look at the way he approaches food, for example. I mean, Suga cooks too, but haven't you noticed that a lot of what Jungkook likes to eat is also a lot of what Jin likes to eat? A lot of what he likes to prepare and a lot of how he prepares food is also the way Jin prepares food, is also the way how Jin likes to prepare food, you know? I mean, just take a look at it. Just watch the Run BTS episodes, watch the In the Soup episodes, you know. You'll find that they have a very similar taste palette. And there are 6 other brothers to choose from. Why Jin? Right? It's because Jungkook feels the safest with Jin. And I mean, again, this is their this is the reading for now. This can change. This is not factual. This is energetic. So this reading might not be valid later. It might still be valid later, you know? Energies can change. But as of the moment, Jungkook feels the safest when he's with Jin. He feels like Jin is his ultimate hyung, you know? Like his ultimate brother who will protect him from everything, who will pass down knowledge to him, who will teach him about the world, the person who he can really express himself with, the person who can really be himself with. Like, he feels that Jin understands him the most, and Jin feels like Jungkook appreciates him the most, or appreciates his energy the most. It's a very win-win situation for these two, to be honest. And it's very balanced because it's the youngest and the eldest. A balance of the yin and yang energies, a balance of ages, a balance of energies in general overall, like the young and the old. It's a very well balanced kind of relationship, a very well balanced kind of friendship. And I think one of the cutest things to note here is that Jungkook in particular, whenever Jin is there, he feels that everything is okay. That's what it feels like to him. Like, again, we've said that he feels like Jin is his comfort blanket, right? He's like the ultimate protector, the ultimate hyung for him. So whenever Jin is around, Jungkook feels very stable. Jungkook feels like everything is okay, like everything is safe, everything is secure, really like family. Like, how would I say this? Like, Jin is his anchor as well. Like, he's very anchored down, he's very rooted. Again, feels safe and secure whenever Jin is around. And that's a really nice thing, you know. Sometimes we tend to fly off with our problems. Sometimes we tend to get lost or like imagine that you're a balloon and you're being thrown around by air, you know? That's what it feels like. But whenever like okay, so whenever imagine Jungkook is the balloon and he's being thrown around by the air. He's being flown away by the air, by the wind, you know. Whenever Jin is around, he's tethered. He's tied down to something, and it makes him feel more secure because no matter how hard the weather blows, he's not going to fly anywhere. He's going to be stable. He's going to be secure. He's going to be grounded. Everything is very clear to him. He feels very protected. He can always ask for help, for advice. You know, there's not it seems to him, like for Jungkook, it seems like Jin knows everything. Like he has the solution to everything almost, you know? And he appreciates the wisdom that is being given to him by his brother. So yes, very beautiful friendship. I feel like we need to get another card, you know? Like I am sensing that we need to pull another card for them as well. All right, so we did pull another card, and it is the Empress in reverse. Now, there are also, it looks like this, upright. Let me read the writings, all right? So it says luxury, beauty, harmony, abundance, grace, fertility, love, nature, beauty, art. So we've got the harmony down pat, right? We said that it is a balance, harmony for sure. We've already stated that this is a beautiful relationship. We've said beauty, right? What else have we not tackled? Grace. I think grace also goes with the yin and yang, like the balance with them. Fertility. Fertility is interesting because, and again, we're also going with the theme of wisdom here. A lot of wisdom going on for these two. A lot of like learnings being passed down from one generation to another. Fertility, I'm getting the message that whenever Jin and Jungkook are around each other, this is when inspired action actually comes to them. This is when creativity is most active for them. Like it's whenever they're around, their energy is perfect for creation, you know? There again, giving an example, there are some people that when we're around them, we just feel really creative. There are some people that when we're around them, we feel like we can do so many things, right? Like the possibilities are endless. Maybe you feel this way with your best friend, or maybe you feel this way with your family, maybe your spouse, maybe your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you know, maybe with a fellow army. Whenever you're together at a concert, like right at a BTS concert, or whenever you're doing something BTS related, it just feels magical. And that's what they feel like with each other. It feels like this kind of energy is a source of inspiration and creativity for the both of them. So whenever they are around each other, that's when all of the fun antics come out. That's when most of the creativity comes out, you know? That's where a lot of the possibilities are starting to be birthed. And the possibilities may come later on, but the creation of it usually comes, so that's what I'm reading, right? The creation of it usually arrives when the both of them are together, all right? So there's something really magical about their friendship. It's not just I'm your big brother, you listen to me, I have lots of knowledge, you know. There's a lot of appreciation, there's a lot of love. Did we say love here? Yes, there's actually love there. There's a lot of love going on. There's a lot of inspiration going on for the two of them. There's a lot of security. Is there security here? Nature, luxury. There's not security here, but I do see it from the first card. yeah, so there's a lot of security, there's a lot of like good things. So yes, this this friendship seems like it's one of a kind. It's one of those really golden, see what I did there? Golden friendships that really stand the test of time and really go deep, like very rooted. Some friendships are very easy to dissolve. Some friendships are very easy to um, transform into a different kind of energy. This kind of friendship, although we can say that energy does change and it always has the capacity to change at any point in time, it will take a lot for this friendship to be, let's say, for example, uprooted, because this is very firmly rooted. You know, I'm not saying it's impossible, but this is firmly rooted, and so they're very much into loving each other. That's just the whole point of it. They just love each other so much as brothers that there are so many possibilities, so many possibilities, so much love, so much safety and security, and a lot of appreciation that's being exchanged between the both of them, you know? I love this for them. I really do. I love this for them. And I feel that, so the reading is done, right? This is just my personal opinion. I feel that for Jin, it's really his opportunity to show that Hyung side of him, because he's not the eldest, right? Jin, in his family, he's not the eldest because he has an older brother, right? So I feel that Jin really does have a lot of wisdom that he wants to impart, and this is how he does it, you know? And although he can impart it to the other members because he is the oldest, right? He's the eldest in BTS. Even though he can impart them to other members, again, he feels that it's more absorbed, it's more put into action, it's more, again, appreciated by Jungkook. So they met in this life, they met at a very opportune time when Jungkook was really ready to have that guidance and really ready to absorb that kind of energy. And Jin's energy was just willing to, what do you call this? Just willing to give it to him, just willing to impart all of those good things and good knowledge and that good energy towards Jungkook. Why do you think he's such a prankster? You know, why do you think Jungkook is such a goofball? Because Jin is there. That's Jin's personality. I mean, if you look at it side by side, that's very much a Jin thing. He doesn't know how much of Jin is in his personality, but Jin sees it. And that's how he can tell that, oh, I have been a good influence over Jungkook. So yeah. And for those of you who don't know, they're actually both my favorites, you know. I have my own favorites. Like, for example, when it comes to voice, I love Jimin's voice. Like, he's my favorite voice. Out of all of BTS, my favorite voice is actually Jimin's because it's so unique. And, all of their voices are unique, but I don't know. There's something about Jimin's voice that makes it so, it just gets me, you know. And I used to sing as well. Like, I trained in classical music from when I was second year high school up until a decade. Was it a decade? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 12 years. So I trained in classical music, voice. My major is voice. From high school up until after I graduated high school and graduated college. I trained in voice, so I do sing as well. I'm a soprano too. And I've never heard a voice like Jimin's. And so I love it. Like the caliber of his voice is really, really nice. Like the tone of his voice is really, really nice. You know, to me, that it's so appealing to me. In terms of swag, Suga might be my number one in terms of swag. Just because his attitude is a very no holds barred, you get what you see kind of person. So I feel like that's really swag for me. If you don't really, you don't really care much. I mean, he cares, right? But you don't really care much about like outside appearances and stuff like that. Like he's not very sensitive to, he's not going to change for you just because you say something, you know, like that kind of thing. So he's very much his own individual, Suga. So that's what I like, the swag. Knowledge wise, RM hands down. It's very sexy how he is so smart. Like, I am a sapiosexual. Sapiosexual means you're attracted to people who are intellectual. You're attracted to people who are very intelligent, who educate themselves. And this is pinnacle RM. Like, he is hands down one of the, like, how do I describe it? I'm having such a hard time describing it. But in terms of, again, in terms of knowledge, in terms of sexiness, I find RM's intellect very sexy. And I think it's also like very much in your face, right? Like, intellect is something that is difficult to make sexy, because it has a particular crowd, right? But for RM, there's a way about him that his sexiness just comes out, like the way his intellect, his knowledge, his smarts is universally sexy. That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't choose a crowd. When you find out that RM is very smart, he's very intellectual, it hits you that, oh my, he's very sexy. So I think that's one good thing. Like, that's one of the things that I love about RM. So I have little bits from all of them, right? Jin. Of course, that face, worldwide handsome. Like, Jin was actually my very, very first bias. He was the one I saw face-wise that I really, really enjoyed. This was before I knew of all of the members. Like, I saw him and I was like, oh my goodness, God did good on this person. So, incredibly handsome. And I like how he is very mature, but at the same time, very childlike as well. Like RM, he's childlike. But Jin is also, he is very childlike as well, but he also has such a mature side to him as well. It's the kind of maturity that comes with age, because I think I have that as well. There are some things that you learn to adjust with, that you learn, there are some things that you learn just over with age and over with experience. Like, it's not something that can be taught to you. It's something that you learn through experience. And Jin has that kind of smarts. He has that kind of maturity because he's the eldest, just from sheer experience of what he's gone through and the way he processes things in that particular scenario. I love that a lot about Jin. Now, actually, in terms of personality, I relate with V a lot. I love that V is such a wild card, Every time I see V, every time I watch V, I feel like I'm watching myself, because I always say that V is so weird in a good way, right? He's so unique, he's so weird, but at the same time, I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I'm like that too. Like, I can very much relate with V. So he has a special place in my heart because of that. I am on the same wavelength with him in terms of uniqueness and wild cardness of personality. Now, Jungkook he really is golden. There is something about him that just draws you to him. And you don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is, but I am drawn to Jungkook, Like, I like him a lot. He's my second bias. In terms of succession, right? So first was Jin, then second is Jungkook. I am very much drawn to his personality. He's very talented. He's such a talented individual, And he is using his talent to his fullest. He recognizes that he has talent, that he can show everyone, and he wants to develop it. And I think that's very wise of him to do so, Now I'm thinking about this from the perspective of just him as a person, because we can judge them as K-pop idols, but just as a perspective from I would say from Anuna, because I'm Anuna, I'm older than him. He's doing a very good job of putting his talents to good use and improving them. These are talents that come by every century, It's very rare that you see a person who has it all, who can sing, who can dance, who wants to actively develop these talents, you know, and he continues to push himself further because he wants to, not because he wants to, what do you call this? Not because he wants to earn more money or earn more fame, you know, but in general, he recognizes that he has talent. And so he feels the desire to really improve himself. That's real self-improvement. And so that's a very important thing. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm drawn to Jungkook as well, because he recognizes that there is self-improvement to be done, not from a negative perspective, right? But like he sees himself, he is talented, and he also says, I can be better. I can make this a better thing, you know, like I can beat myself at this game. And that's such a green flag, like such a green flag in a person. Whenever I judge or whenever I look at K-pop artists, I see them as people because they are people. And whenever we read them, you know, with tarot cards, we read them as people, as normal people. They're just normal people, basically. But in this case, they make us all very happy with their music. In terms of happiness, like J-Hope is really a ray of sunshine. Every time I see J-Hope, even when he's singing Arson or one of his heavier songs, I always smile. Like I have never seen anyone with a brighter aura in the entertainment industry as J-Hope. You know, it's very rare also to find someone who has a really great undefiled aura and just beaming with brightness as J-Hope's. I actually have never seen any other artist with the same aura, with the same bright aura as J-Hope does, you know. And this is not me being biased about BTS, because that was the first thing I thought of him when I first saw him. Again, this was a time when I didn't know any of the members. Like I had watched my first video and I was just looking at them, not knowing who they were just yet. Like again, my very first video that I've watched from them. And I saw J-Hope and I was like, this person, I felt like a ray of sunshine in my heart and in my soul when I saw J-Hope. And let me tell you, that only usually happens when I do Reiki on pregnant women, like women who are with child, and I do Reiki on them. It's very special. Like I feel like there is a sunrise inside of me. And again, that only happens when I do Reiki on pregnant women, on women who are carrying, you know, women who are with child. Like the energy is so pure that it fills up your entire body. You can't help but smile. Sometimes it brings me to tears when I do Reiki on pregnant women. I felt the same thing with J-Hope when I first saw him. I was like, wow, this is so much bright energy. Like it's even bringing me to tears. Like it's, I don't know if you can see, but my eyes are watering. It's so much happy energy. It's such a bright energy that it's beautiful, basically. So yeah, those are my 2 cents worth. I hope, really, like J-Hope, just amazing energy, like great energy. Like that's what I feel when I see him, energetic wise, like energetically. So anyways, this was a video. It was a very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button somewhere here. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. And remember, every Tuesday, free health Reiki on my Instagram at SimpleSpiritualityPH. Every Wednesday, 50% off on my 1 question, 1 card readings. We do have a donation button down below. Thank you to everyone who has donated thus far. If you like my content and if you would like to tip me or if you would like to donate, that is the only avenue by which you can do so. You're not required, but if you would like to, that is down below. All right? And I will see you guys next time. Ciao for now.